You just became rich enough to buy anything and poor enough to trust no one. One ticket, $200 million, and 0 people you can safely tell. This isn't a dream. It's a loaded gun with your name on it. At this exact second, you're richer than most of the people you've ever met combined. You could walk into any car dealership, point at the most expensive thing on the lot, and hey, I'll take it. You could never work again. You could leave the country, buy an island, and vanish. And if you're not very careful, that's exactly what you'll be forced to do. Because from the moment your numbers hit, you're not a person anymore. You're a target. This is the part nobody talks about. Not the commercials, not the smiling news segments, not the shiny oversized checks. This is the dark side of winning the lottery. The side where people get robbed, betrayed, kidnapped, sued, and yes, murdered. This is the part that comes after the confetti, and it starts right now. Your heart's still racing. You check the ticket again, then again. Every number matches. It's real. You just changed your life or ruined it. The first thing you do is not celebrate. You don't tell your parents. You don't call your best friend. You definitely don't tweet, "Yo, I'm rich." You sit very still and you take a deep breath. Because the moment you open your mouth, you lose control. And what you do in the next 48 hours will determine whether this win becomes your freedom or your downfall. That tiny slip of paper, it's now the most dangerous thing you own. More valuable than your car, your home, maybe even your life. Lose it, and you're done. Anyone who finds it can cash it. And worse, if someone takes it, there's no going back. So first, protect the ticket like it's radioactive. Sign it immediately. Take high-resolution photos front and back. Make a video of yourself holding it, reading off the serial number and date. Make photocopies. Back up everything digitally, multiple places. Then get a fireproof, waterproof safe. Lock it in there. Then take that safe to a bank and rent a safety deposit box. Some people have lost lottery tickets in floods, fires, or just careless moments. One guy had his ticket stolen by a coworker. Another had it destroyed by his dog. Someone once washed it in their jeans pocket and lost everything. Don't be that person. Now that your ticket is secure, you're not rushing to claim your prize. Nope. Most states give you a grace period. 90 days, 180 days, sometimes even a full year. During that time, your job isn't to get excited. It's to build your defense. Because when you claim that prize, a switch flips. You go from anonymous nobody to public billionaire-shaped bullseye. The media will come, the con artists, the lawsuits, the people who claim they deserve part of your winnings because you once dated their sister's best friend's dog walker in 2011. So, before you cash anything, you build your wall. You need a lawyer, not your cousin's friend who helped with a divorce, a real one. You need a CPA, a forensic-level accountant. You need a financial planner who doesn't work on commission. Interview them. Ask how many clients they've handled with 8-figure assets. Ask how they're insured. Ask how they protect against fraud. And for the love of your future, do not give any one person full access to your money, ever. Because there are people like Jason Curlin, a self-branded lottery lawyer who was supposed to protect clients. Instead, he stole tens of millions from them. These were winners who did everything right. They still lost. So don't just hire someone, vet them like your life depends on it, because it might. Now we deal with identity, because depending on where you live, anonymity might not be an option. If you're in a state like Delaware or Kansas, you can remain hidden. You can claim your winnings through a trust or LLC. You can vanish. But if you're in California, your name becomes public record. There's no workaround. Not even a trust will protect you. The public has the right to know, apparently. You'll be doxxed within hours. So, delete your Facebook, delete your Instagram, get a new number, switch your address to a P.O. box, start locking down every digital trace of your life. Because people will start digging. They will find your photos. They will zoom in on your license plate. They will scan the reflection of your phone screen and pictures. This isn't paranoia. This is just what happens now, and you haven't even claimed your money yet, but it's coming. Eventually, you walk into the lottery office, clutching a manila envelope with every form printed and filled. A bodyguard stands nearby. You hand it all over, and within minutes, it's done. You are now a multimillionaire. And then you look at the check and pause, because it doesn't say $200 million. It says about half that. You chose the lump sum, and the advertised jackpot is based on a 30-year annuity. The upfront cash is always lower. Then the IRS steps in. They'll grab another 37% off the top. If you're in a high-tax state, subtract even more. What you walk away with? Around $70 million. Still an obscene amount of money, but less than you thought, and way easier to lose. You deposit the check into your new bank account, which is now instantly the most dangerous account in the country. Why? Because FDIC insurance only covers $200,000 to $50,000. That's right. The rest? Technically uninsured. Sure, it's unlikely that Chase or Wells Fargo will collapse, but the 2008 crash happened. So did Silicon Valley Bank. So you split the funds across multiple institutions. You invest in conservative instruments, treasuries, index funds, blue chip real estate, all under trusts or LLCs, all spread out. You make it so that if someone sued you, they'd be suing paper ghosts. Legal dead ends, money that's technically not yours, because lawsuits are coming. They always do. Somebody from your hometown will swear you bought the ticket together. A gas station employee will say you dropped it. Someone will send you a cease and desist just to force a payout. This is why your legal team exists. You let them handle it. And when the vultures come knocking, you don't open the door. Now comes the worst part, the people you love. Your cousin's car breaks down. Your aunt's house is in foreclosure. Your old friend from college wants to start a business and just needs a small $300,000 investment. And you're the savior, the jackpot messiah, the walking bank. Here's what you say: it's not up to me. Because you set up a family trust weeks ago. You decided on a number, 5 million, 10 million, whatever you chose, and gave it to a third-party fiduciary who handles all requests. You don't have the power to approve anything. This will make people mad. Some will cry, some will threaten to cut you off, some might. But here's the truth. If you said yes to everyone, you'd be broke in a year. You buy a house, not the 70-room castle you dreamed of as a kid. A secure, quiet home, purchased anonymously through a trust. The deed doesn't have your name on it. The utility bills don't either. You build layers, you buy cameras, hire security, create safe zones. You don't walk alone at night anymore. You don't post where you are in real time. You become boring, because being boring keeps you alive. Eventually, though, you start to breathe again. You buy a car, you take a trip, you start a project, maybe a startup, a foundation, an art studio. You hire a personal doctor, a trainer, a chef. You get your teeth fixed. You sleep 8 hours a night for the first time in years. And for a moment, everything is perfect. Until one morning you wake up to news footage of your home in flames. A wildfire, or arson, or something in between. It's gone. And as you sit in your hotel, watching the flames devour your $12 million mansion, the cameras zoom in on your name, and people cheer. Because no one loves a winner. They love a fallen one. But here's the twist. Even after the scams, the lawsuits, the disasters, and the betrayals, you're still better off. Studies show lottery winners live longer. They're healthier. They're less stressed. They have more friends, not fewer. They're happier years later, even if they lose some of the money, even if it doesn't last forever. Not because money fixes everything, but because freedom does. So yeah, you just won the lottery. Congrats. You're in for a hell of a ride. Just make sure you're the one driving.